Whedon, but I did after seeing it 3 times, 4 hours.
Wow. What?
You spent 12 hours of your life on this?
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Because
I'm gonna watch it twice, but wow.
There's a lot you could miss for sure. There's a lot you could miss. There's a lot that you kind of like. All right, I'm gonna be honest here, and we're live. So I did. Let me mute this.
Don't get in trouble.
Welcome everyone to an all new episode of Marvel Cinematic Review. We are the MCR of the MCU.
Yeah, we are.
Guys kind of walked in on us talking about it was a little Snyder cut. Don't worry, this isn't going to be a decent podcast. No, but I was saying how I got the screener for it and I did see it. I did watch it 3 times. I'll probably watch it again tomorrow. Now thinking about it, but no, it was just the beauty of seeing Darkseid. You know?
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. And you were, I know you were like super pumped about Darkseid making it in, and so I mean, like for that, I am very happy for you.
Yeah, and it like I was watching it and I was just sitting there just like there's a group of people out there that are like, oh, look at that Thanos ripoff. And I'm just like,
well, we'll touch base on the kind of nerdy dudes. We'll get you back, and
absolutely
we'll give you some time to let it all soak in after 16 hours of watching it, apparently, is what's coming up.
Yeah. Clay, you came in at the tail end of that, but I enjoyed it thoroughly for sure.
Good. I'm glad that you did. I will enjoy it vicariously through you. So
I just can't wait till you guys see when we talk about it. But anyway, we are here for Marvel on this special episode. Obviously, there's a gap in between shows. So we just finished WandaVision.
Yes.
We got the whole season. We broke every episode down of that. This week, as the bridge, we were going to do a little bit of MCU trivia. Just the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I'm not pulling anything from the comic books.
Okay.
Just the MCU. Even though someone did tell me when I told them I was doing this, they were like, just throw a couple comic books in there. I was just like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. I would find like the hardest ones to throw in there. But we're gonna talk a little bit of MCU trivia, and we're gonna give our thoughts on what to expect with Falcon and the Winter Soldier that drops this upcoming Friday. But I will be watching it 3 a.m. in the morning.
Yep, me too.
Tinfoil hat.
Look on Thursday and Friday. That's a Thursday and Friday off work. I'll
have my magnifying glass looking from Mephisto in these episodes.
I've heard people looking for Wolverine.
Am I setting myself up for failure?
I don't know. I heard people looking for Wolverine, so I don't know.
Well, I'll get into that when I talk about when we get into our thoughts on what to expect. I'll tell you guys why everyone is expecting Wolverine. But all right, let me introduce our panelists. Starting off with Nerd with the Tech, Trayvon. What's going on, Trayvon?
Hey, I'm glad to be here. I'm really curious on what these questions are going to be like. See how good I am. I haven't watched all the movies in a long time, but I have seen every single one. So let's see. Let's go.
I have noticed that like when you watch game shows, like no one knows what's going to be asked, right? Mm-hmm. But I have noticed if you watch it, it's like when the question's asked, something just triggers in that person's brain that's like, I remember it now, you know? So I think that'll hit all you guys at certain points of this trivia show, to where you're like, the first 10 minutes, you're like, I don't know what the hell he's talking about. And then when I duh.
Yeah. Right.
I will say though, there's nothing worse than when they let you phone in a friend and the friend has no idea. And it's just like what?
The friend I would phone is right below me on YouTube. So
I've always my fear is calling someone and like waking them up and then they're just like super grumpy. It's like we're live on air. Like you have to stop.
Right.
But next up, representing Kinda Nerdy Girls, Patrick, what's going on?
What's up, man? Thank you again. I didn't know if I was gonna be able to make it tonight, so as part of the Kinda Nerdy Network, I am representing the Kinda Nerdy Girls on behalf of KJ tonight. So I am an occasional guest, or somewhat regular on the podcast. So they just dropped. They're going to be dropping their new episode. That's going to be previewing Falcon and Winter Soldier, which they're going to be asking all the important questions, dude. Which the most important one is Sebastian Stan, is the Winter Soldier better with long or short hair? See the hard hitting questions right there.
I mean, it's long, clearly. Yeah,
I think it's short. I think he's better short.
It's short. I think it's short.
Yeah. I mean, he's got that like gruff, like rough, with the long hair. But if you're gonna be a good guy, you gotta keep that shit high and tight, man. So I mean,
it has to be some form of upkeep.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
There's someone out there with long hair that's just like, excuse me, like, what?
Yeah, right.
I'm not saying if you have long hair, you're a James Bond villain, but
I have no room to talk, man. None whatsoever.
And representing the kind of nerdy dudes, Clay, what's going on?
How you doing? I'm happy to be here tonight. Happy to represent the kind of nerdy faction. So, and clearly I'm team long hair. So
yeah,
yeah.
Team long hair with short hair.
Right.
How does that work?
At least you can grow hair. I want to hear it.
Oh, wow.
All right, so we're gonna start off with trivia. How this is going to work is what we're gonna do is I'm going to go to each individual person. Stealing only comes if the person cannot give an answer or gets it wrong. Someone can steal it. I will be keeping score. There's always losers. You know how someone's like, there's only winners here. No. There's definitely
somebody's losing tonight.
Yeah, I know. Just think about how we started off the live broadcast. Point in case.
No, I've never been a fan of that. Maybe it's just, maybe that's just toxic of me, but I've never been a fan of that. I don't like when people are like, no, you won at heart. It's like, no, he lost. Yeah, Let him know.
Right.
They're so we're all clear. There are no moral victories here tonight. That's
no,
not at all. There's flawless victories only.
There are no participation trophies whatsoever for this.
All right, we're gonna get into this, but to me, my mindset's always been, if your kid's okay being second place or third place or fourth place, that's a mentality that they grow, that they're just kind of like, whatever, don't really need to work any harder. I'm pretty cool at number 2. No, man, no, you lost. That was horrible. You suck. Go get better.
Wow.
Listen, starting this podcast business, man, there's been plenty of times people are like, hey, your episode sucked. I had to go get better,
Yep.
So
hey, my opinion is the only time finishing second or third is anywhere okay is if you're in the Olympics, period.
Yeah.
Because you're the best in literally the world. So clearly we are not that here tonight. So if you don't, what's the old Ricky Bobby quote? If you ain't first, you're last.
Yep. If you ain't first, you're last. That was such a poetic movie. I actually lived my life by that movie. But all right, we're gonna get into this. We're gonna start off with Trayvon.
Oh, wow.
You
Thank goodness. Yeah, here we go.
Right. Here we go, Trayvon. You ready?
Okay. Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. And these are supposed to be, I have medium and hard. This is from the medium section.
Okay.
All right, God.
Don't
Just
feel
put the pressure on me.
Yeah.
Right.
There's no that you got no softballs. Come on, man. You got to have a softball here and there.
And I want you to think about this question. Don't just jump to answer. You ready?
Okay.
All right. So your first question is, what was the first Iron Man suit called?
The first Iron Man suit called?
Mm-hmm.
Could describe what it looks like.
That won't get you $5,000.
Oh shit! I didn't know we were playing for money.
I have plenty of it.
That's a game changer. All right, I'm dialed in. Let's do this.
I don't know. I honestly don't know what it's called.
Anyone want to steal?
I'm gonna say Mark 1, but that I know that's wrong.
I need a definitive answer.
I'm gonna say Mark III.
Okay, Clay says Mark III.
I'm gonna go with Mark 1.
That's your final answer.
Sure.
Patrick got the point. It's Mark.
Ugh.
Mark
Oh, I didn't think it'd be that.
So-
Okay.
Was that the cave suit?
Yeah, the cave
Okay,
suit.
that's the
Yeah,
Okay.
because when he did the all silver and iron, because we actually, I don't remember him calling it the Mark 1, but I remember when he built the one in his house, he called it the Mark 2.
Okay.
So when he was describing like in the dialogue, I was just like, all right, so by default, I'm thinking that's Mark 1.
Right.
Yeah. No, very good. So Patrick is on the board. All right. This is a very fun question, but think before you answer it. You ready? All right. The question is
this for any? Hold on, is this for anybody?
This is for you because you got it right. This is for you.
Oh, okay, cool.
This is for you.
Wait, all right, I already know. Martha.
All right. Point goes
No.
to Patrick.
Yeah.
Actually, that I do deserve that.
I mean, you do. All right. So for you, your first question is: what is the first song we hear Peter Quill dancing to in Guardians of the Galaxy?
Boom, 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 boom. Yep. Hey.
Need a name.
Oh, son of a. You know what? Oh, son of a whore. I literally have the vinyl in the next room. Oh, God. That's a man. Oh, my God. My father is going to kill me. He raised me better than this. Yeah, Clay laughs because he knows. Shit. I'm out.
You're out. You give up.
I give up. I'm out.
All right, Clay. You stealing?
Come and get your love.
Correct.
Oh, I thought you needed an artist too.
No.
Oh, well, shit. Okay. All right. That's my bad. All right.
No, my bad. I should have explained that better.
No, you were good.
No.
Move on. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah. All right. Let's just take Clay's point away. No.
Yeah.
Right? Clay, it's on you. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Okay. Let me see. I want to make sure this is a good one. Okay.
I don't like the qualifier there, Juwan.
Hey, I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Where did Natasha and Clint first meet?
Oh man. I mean, the Budapest pops into my head, but that's not where they met. Like that was just part of their journey. Was it at the academy?
Final answer?
Yep.
Incorrect.
Patches.
Anybody want to steal?
Budapest.
That is correct.
Was it really? That's where they met?
So, like, this is all MCU questions, right?
Right.
So that is the first reference in the MCU of the two of them together was Budapest.
Right.
And see, I knew they talked about that, right?
Yeah.
Like you and I remember Budapest very differently, but I just assumed that like they had known each other prior.
Right.
Huh, okay.
Right. Yeah.
Good to know.
I think it the same way. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a technicality, but you're not really wrong. But also, we have to settle on Budapest because they've never told us where they first met.
Right.
So the assumption is Budapest.
If we can work in the graphic, the more you know, after every question we get wrong, that would be,
I'm gonna get into my editing bag for that.
That would be
Or
beautiful.
Get the old G.I. Joe, like, and knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe.
All right, this is a good one for you, Patrick. You ready?
Oh, shit. Okay.
All right.
Talk to me.
What AI replaced Jarvis?
Friday.
Correct. All right.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want me to wait to answer or
No.
Okay, cool.
No, you did fine. Okay. All right. I'm gonna throw you off with this one. Here we go.
Oh shit.
Where are the frost giants from?
Oh shit.
I can give you the movie if you need the movie.
Yeah, no. Thor, the original Thor. I'm Loki, Prince of Asgard. Jotunheim.
Correct.
Wow.
Right.
He came to play. That you mentioned money, and Patrick turned on his thinking cap.
He
That was, yeah.
We Irish don't mess around, mate.
All right, here we go. Okay.
Oh shit!
Right.
Yeah. Now Juwan's got one. He's like, yeah,
That's
I got
right.
him now.
Yeah, you were breathing through. I didn't like that. I don't like that. All right, here we go. Now this is a throwback. Again, this is all only MCU, not the comic books. Here we go. What does SHIELD stand for?
Strategic Homeland Intervention Logistics Enforcement Division.
I will give it to you, but you had it backwards. It's enforcement and logistics.
Oh yeah, sorry, my bad.
Yeah, you did name them.
Couple spice drums, so my bad.
He's not a great speller, but he got all the words right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that. Well done. I
knew I should have sat out of this.
Okay, here we go. All right. This is a tough one. You ready?
Okay. All right. I'm screwed.
What sequence of words in English activates the winter?
Oh God, I'm out. I know, like, it's not in sequence. I couldn't do it, but I know, like, benign freight car, like all that shit. But I can't tell you the actual sequence, so I'm done with that.
You know what? Give me all of them, and I'll give it to you.
Oh God.
You can't miss one though. You can't even miss one.
I'm just gonna bow out on that one. And what's funny is I watched Civil War last week. Yeah, no, that I will have to practice that one though. But yeah, right. Especially with Zemo being ready to come into Falcon and Winter Soldier. That's I need to know that. Especially the way he was rehearsing it. And maybe I'm going to try. Maybe I'll figure out in English and Russian. Who knows?
That would be pretty dope.
I know, right?
Yeah. I do not. He got the two I knew, and that was it.
Trayvon, it's on you, man. You don't know?
I'm trying to think of them in my head right now. All I can hear in my head is freight car. That's the only thing I can hear in my head.
Right. So just so our audience and you guys know, in sequence, it is Longing, Rusted, Furnace, Daybreak, 17, Benign, 9, Homecoming, 1, Freight Car.
Homecoming was the other one that stuck out to me, but I couldn't.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
I definitely don't remember Longing at all.
Had to throw you off, Patches, really quick. You were on.
Thank you.
It's like when a basketball player is really hot from 3 and you got to
a
little bit.
Yeah, you got to ice them down a bit. Yeah.
Relax.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
All right, here we go. I'm going to go to you, Trayvon. You ready?
Okay.
All right. How many possibilities did Doctor Strange see for the outcome of Infinity War?
I think he said like an actual like complicated number and not just 14 million. There's no way I'm going to guess the actual number. I think it was.
I tell you what I'll do. If you can give me the number, right? I'm not going to tell you if you're right or wrong, but give me your final answer, and I'll see if anyone else can steal. But if none of them get it right, and your number was right, I'll give it to you, even if you can't give me the full elongated number of it.
So is this like Price is Right, closest without going over?
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. So again, you'll give your final answer when you're ready, but I won't tell you if you're right or wrong to give the other two a chance to steal.
14 million final answer.
Okay. Anybody want to steal?
I want to say 14,700,305. 14 million seven. It's like 14,700,305. I remember 14,305 in the front and the mid in the end. I can't remember the middle number.
I was thinking 14,837.
All right. So I'm gonna give it to Trayvon for the 14 million. But the actual full number was 14,605,000.
605. Damn it. All right.
Okay.
$1.
14 million. I kept hearing that.
Yeah.
Oh, see, you should have gone $1.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go, Trayvon. This is a fun one that goes over a lot of people's heads because not many people like this movie.
Okay.
Who did the Sovereign create in the mid-credit scene for Guardians of the Galaxy 2?
Create?
Yep.
Adam Warlock?
That is correct. All right. I like how you kind of just shot with your hand over your over your eyes. I like it. As long as it goes in, Trayvon, that's all that matters.
Right?
All right. Let's see what else we got here. Let's see what we got. Okay. Let me see. Okay. This one's very difficult. Who does Jane go on a date with in Thor: The Dark World? You can just give me a first name. Doesn't have to be first and last. Just a first name.
God, he's a fantastic British actor too. What is his name?
I don't know, but Bill is coming to my head right now, but I don't think that's right.
That's your final answer?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know why that comes to my head, but yeah.
Incorrect. Would someone like to steal?
I don't remember that.
Jason's coming to mind, but I know it's wrong.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Incorrect. Clay, what you got?
I got nothing.
That's not a part I remember from the Dark World.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna go to Mark.
That's why I said it was a hard one. His name was Richard.
Oh. Dick. Why didn't I think of that? Dick.
Yeah,
why wouldn't they do that? Why wouldn't they do that?
All right, let's see what we got here. Let's go back to these questions here.
Juwan, we did have a request from the comments. They need to see the new shirt that you are pimping right now as well. You got to shoot the new merch.
Nice.
That is fantastic. I love that
shirt. Shout out to Michelle, who does a lot of our on this dates that we post on Twitter. She comes up with those for us. She actually had this made for me. So shout out to her. Love this shirt. Love it.
We got to get that logo that's behind you right there. That MCR with the shield is tight. Guys, we got to get merch for that because I am all in.
Can find that shirt on our website and use our code to get 15% off.
What?
So I will plug that towards the end of the episode, but it is available.
Wow, that is such a teaser. I'm going to wait for that 15%.
Absolutely. There's so much there too. Phone cases, water bottles, mask. There's a whole bunch. So whatever you got, it's on that website. All right. Wait, you got that wrong, Trayvon, right?
Correct. Yeah, right or wrong. Yeah.
I love the honesty. I love it. Thank you.
No, you should have been like, no. I totally nailed that one. It was Dick. Remember?
Yeah.
I got 2 points. I'm happy right now.
Clay, we're gonna go to you.
All right.
And we're going to you with, let's see here. Okay, I like this. Who does not disappear from the snap? A, Vision. B, Scott Lang. C, Bucky Barnes. Or D, Peter Parker?
Vision.
That is correct. I say Wanda.
Actually, point of contention.
Yeah.
Point of contention. Yeah. Scott Lang technically did not disappear from the snap either because he was in the quantum realm.
Correct.
Fair. Fair.
You're not wrong, but
fair. You're not wrong.
I still got the point.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
That was kind of a trick question because you wouldn't think of Vision. Vision's already.
It was for sure.
Yeah, because he was dead.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, here we go.
Huh.
Oh, okay, here we go. Where are Wanda and Vision at the beginning of Avengers Infinity War?
Hi, Rosie.
Yeah.
Rosie the cat.
She's not giving me any help.
We're Rosie cannot help you.
Paw twice if
Right?
Yeah. I know it's European city. I'm gonna guess. I'm just throwing it out there. Dublin.
That is incorrect.
Scotland.
That is correct.
Wow.
That
Close.
is indeed
I had
correct.
no idea. I would have
I
said
was
Vienna.
one island off. Yeah.
I was
I know,
Vienna.
right?
Okay, here's a fun one for you. All right,
For
I like
who?
this. For you,
I think-
Patches.
Oh God.
All right. Which of these cities does Peter Parker not visit in Spider-Man: Far From Home?
I
A.
hate that
Prague.
movie.
B. Paris. C. London. D. Venice.
Prague.
Incorrect.
What?
Theo,
Wait, hold on. What?
Paris.
What was?
Hold on.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, Trayvon, you
Yep.
get it.
Yep.
All right. I love how aggressive Trayvon was with that. Paris.
Yeah.
You can hear me. It's Paris.
Paris.
All right, let's see what we got for you, Trayvon. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
From which Infinity Stone did Carol Danvers get her powers from?
Space.
Say it one more time.
Space.
Correct. All right, you're starting to get hot here. It's time for that elbow at the 3-point line.
That's right.
No.
All right, here we go. This is a fun one. Not necessarily a hard one, but a fun one. Where is Captain America from? A. Queens. B. Manhattan. C. Long Island. D. Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
Correct. All right. Now it's time to bring out the hard ones.
There you go.
I don't like how you're breezing through this. I do not like it. Sam, I do not. All right. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Here's a fun one. What brand of motorcycle does Captain America drive in Avengers: Age of Ultron?
The only one I really know of is Harley Davidson's. I'm gonna say that.
That's correct.
Yeah.
okay.
That is
That
Captain
is
America's
correct.
bike, man.
That's
Yeah.
the
It's
only
all
one I
Harleys.
know, man.
Always Harley for Cap. Yep.
Okay.
Wow.
Yep.
I tell you what, man. Keep shooting
you-
with your eyes closed.
do you have make and model on your list? Like, can I get extra credit?
No, I just have
Yeah.
Harley Davidson. Sorry.
Oh, Age of Ultron. That's not the right poster.
Yeah, right. That's first Avengers. But still, I went down a Harley Davidson rabbit hole today for whatever reason. Like,
Oh, you know
specifically
it though.
Captain America, Harley Davidson. So
Oh, that's
I was-
awesome.
That is so. I wish I had it now because I would give you extra credit for it if I had it. All right, here's a tough one. Here's a tough one for you, Trayvon. You ready? Because you have to really, really, really think about this.
Okay.
Who killed T'Challa's father?
Who killed T'Challa's father?
Yep.
Hold on. Hold on for a second.
We got this. Come on, you got it.
Zemo.
That is correct.
Yes. There you go.
Correct. I thought you were gonna trick yourself with Bucky because that's who he framed.
No, look, this is where my mind went. Look, this is so bad. This is so bad. I forgot he died in Civil War for a second. And I was like, did somebody kill him? I thought about the beginning of Black Panther movie. I was like, no, he killed his brother.
Yeah.
My mind went everywhere
Yep.
except for that. And then I came back, I was like, wait a minute. Well, Bucky was framed. No, Zemo did it. That's right. That was my mind went everywhere, man. My mind went literally everywhere.
Goodness gracious.
That's
All
hilarious.
right. All right. So next question is, what is the name of the team of aliens who work for Thanos?
Come on, no. Oh my God.
Favorite group. I love them. And it upset me because when I complained about how wasted they were, no one cared. Everyone was just like, so? And I was just like, oh, that hurts. That really hurts.
Not them. Not that one. What's the one?
Come on, Trayvon, you know this. What is the name of the team of aliens who work for Thanos?
Work for Thanos? Is that really? Oh god, I can't think of the album right now. All I can hear in my head is Creed. I know that's not it. What was the other one called? I give up. I say
okay. I was just about to give you 5 seconds. Okay, Clay,
I know because I went down the same rabbit hole. I can't get around Creed.
I can't think what the name
and
is.
I know that's not it.
Yeah, that's definitely the wrong movie. I can help you guys out there. That's the wrong movie for sure.
Yeah. Think of it. Where'd he go? Oh,
Pat just left for a second.
We'll just assume he got it wrong.
Yeah, let's just assume he got it wrong.
Yeah.
The correct answer is the Black Order.
Oh, you meant them? I thought you meant like the aliens that came in through like Avengers and stuff like that. I didn't think them. I didn't think about them. They aren't. I didn't think of them. I thought you meant like they're like his minions or something. I didn't think about them. They're like his team.
Black Order.
I didn't think about them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was, and it again.
Especially when a race.
Trayvon and I were on the same because I was thinking the aliens in New York, right?
Yeah, that's what I thought. A race.
Those are also called the Chitauri.
Yeah, see, that's what I was looking for. So that's the word I was looking for.
Just so you know, you were wrong regardless.
Yeah, but see,
so like, look, just to be fair, because I wasn't specific. If you had said the Chitauri, I would have given it to you.
Oh, okay.
So you didn't even say Chitauri.
No, I couldn't think of them. I couldn't think of them. Yeah.
All right, let's move on. Here we go. All right, Clay, I'm gonna go to you. You ready?
I'm ready.
What flavor of ice cream did Ben and Jerry's name after Hulk in Avengers Infinity War? Was it A, Hulka Burnin', Fudge, B, the Big Guys Blend, C, I'm Always Hangry, or D, Gobs of Gamma?
It was Hulka Burnin' Fudge.
It doggone for sure was. You are absolutely correct.
That you give me an ice cream question, I nail it.
Right. All right, let's do 6 more ice cream questions. No. All right, back to you, Clay. How much credit did Tony give Pepper for Stark Tower? A, 1%, B, 5%, C, 10%, or D, 12%?
12%.
That is correct. Correct. All right. All right. Soon I'm gonna have to stump you. You're getting too hot. I'm gonna have to
and to paraphrase Tony Stark, is no one gonna acknowledge the fact that Juwan said doggone?
I did. Don't judge me. All right, here we go. All right, back to you, Clay. Which Infinity Stone does Thanos get first? A, power, B, space, C, reality, or D, soul?
I want to say he gets power first.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, I'll go final answer.
That is correct.
All right.
Yep.
Correct. And just to specify for everyone, the reason why I have to say is that your answer. The last time we played trivia night, people were asking me answers. So they would go, power? And I'm like, I'm not going to tell you. like, you tell me.
I also want to see that. I want to see that battle. I want to see him going to get it from.
Well, I would have wanted to see. The only reason I was upset I didn't see it is the planet he stole it from. If you know the comics, that is the planet where, I just forgot his name. Richard Rider.
Nova.
Nova
lives there.
Right.
So it's like
Xandar, right?
That would have been epic if we had a Nova movie where Richard Rider passes on the mantle, and then the movie ends with Thanos killing Richard Rider, and then that's why we see the new Nova that we have.
Hey, you never know. They love flashbacks. They love them.
Yeah.
We do love
Love it.
flashbacks, and we do
They
know
love-
we're getting Nova. So
They love
Well,
a flashback.
and Marvel What If is coming out too. So I mean,
Yep.
there's a lot of opportunities to tell that story as well.
absolutely. I can't even do that question because I can't pronounce the name, so that would just throw you.
Just save that one for me. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
All right, here we go, Mike. It's still.
All right.
Where did Killmonger grow up?
He grew up in L.A., right? I'm asking. He grew up in L.A. That's my final answer.
Oh, okay. Incorrect.
Oakland.
Yeah. Oh,
Ah,
Wait,
okay.
say it again, Patrick.
Oakland.
That is correct. That is correct.
Hell yeah.
All right, staying on you.
Oh God.
Here we go. Who founded Shield?
Well, it's
Wait. Before you answer, there are two answers.
Howard Stark and Agent Carter.
That is correct. That is correct. I was really thinking someone here was going to go Captain Marvel did, and it's like
Nope.
No.
She was a founding member of Sword, but yeah.
all right. Let me see where I want to go with this. Let's see.
See, he's like, oh no, he's gonna keep getting them right. I'm gonna give him one of the hard ones right away.
yeah.
Sure.
See, go back to that one you can't pronounce. Let's get that.
Yes.
All right, here we go. This one could be a trick question.
Oh,
All right,
Christ.
here we go. True or false? Bruce Banner becomes the Hulk in Infinity War.
No, he does. Well, technically, yes, he is the Hulk at the beginning of Infinity War on the ship from the Asgardian ship. But throughout the rest of the movie, he has flashes of the green face. So yes and no. He was the Hulk at the beginning.
I need a true or false answer.
So repeat the question.
Absolutely. True or false? Does Bruce Banner become the Hulk in Avengers Infinity War?
No, he does not.
That is correct. That was
You said
correct.
true. I was ready to argue. I was like, false.
Yep.
Keep the camera go back
Yep.
up.
Yep.
I was right there with you.
That was a good trick. Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
that's a good trick question though. I like that.
Yep. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's see. Okay. True or false? Pepper Potts' first name is Valerie.
False is Virginia.
Correct. I might even give you an extra point for giving her actual first name.
What was
said
that
I
in
might.
MCU?
Said I might.
Wait a minute.
All right, here we go. True or false? Captain America's shield has 2 silver rings.
Oh God. False. It only has 1 silver ring.
That is correct. And I was just about to say, Clay, you couldn't even use that one. All right, here we go. Still on you. Which of these does Tony Stark not describe himself as? A, playboy, B, millionaire, C, philanthropist, or D, scientist?
Scientist.
That is correct.
And technically, it's billionaire, not millionaire.
That is correct also. That is correct.
So,
That's why I was confused. Wait a minute.
genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist from the first Avengers. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Nope, you're absolutely right. All right, next one. True or false? Tony Stark drives a Tesla in Avengers Endgame.
In Endgame.
Yep.
False. It's an Audi.
Damn, this man is on
Right.
fire. All right.
Yeah.
Let's see. We cannot have this.
Yeah, let's go down that list.
Yeah, right. I gotta go down the list now.
Is it time to break out? Is it time to break out the name that you can't pronounce? Or
yeah, I might have to. We are joined by the birthday girl herself.
Happy birthday, Tia!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Hi, Tia.
How's everyone doing tonight?
Awesome. Apparently, I'm wiping the floor with these fools, so it's great.
Cool.
He is indeed. Tia, it's still on Patrick. He's on fire right now. But everyone in the comment section, please do wish Tia a very, very, very happy birthday.
Yes.
Send her all of your stimulus checks, please.
I'm glad you ended with checks.
Tia will put her Cash App in there. Just, love her. All right. There will be somebody that's like, wait, was he serious? I am. All right, here we go. All right, for you, Patches. Here we go.
Okay.
Which eye does Thor lose?
If you're looking at the screen, left eye.
Let me see. That is actually, hold on. I think that is false.
What?
My good sir.
Oh, left eye there.
Oh shit! Yeah, I was like mirror image. Son of a bitch! It was the right eye. I'm looking at my Ragnarok poster right here, and I'm like, oh god damn it!
Didn't they like play with it though? Like they think.
Oh man, that's too funny.
Ah.
All right, Tia, I'm gonna go to you.
Okay.
Because I don't have a billion questions here, so I'm gonna make.
Well, I mean, like, just keep in mind, I had 2 cocktails and some wine. So if I'm not on the ball here, it's because of that.
Okay.
Happy birthday!
I mean, all right,
Solid qualifier. Yep.
Let me see here, Tia. Let me see what I got for you.
Okay.
Hey, Juan, can we get a running score count right now as well? I'm just kind of curious.
That's always what winners say, right? Like,
yeah.
Hey, can you update me on the score?
Yeah.
I'm gonna not say anything.
Come on,
because it's Tia's birthday. I don't want to defile this.
Thanks, Clint.
Yeah. All right. All I'm going to do is tell you that you are currently at 14 Patches.
Okay.
That's what I'll do. And that'll end right there. Yeah. All right. Tia, I'm going to go to you. Let me see which one I want to ask. Okay. Yeah, I'll ask that. All right. This is a little morbid, but it's on the questionnaire. So.
Okay.
How did Peter Quill's mother die?
From a brain tumor.
I will give you that. It's technically brain cancer, but yeah, I'll give you that.
Isn't a tumor technically cancer?
Yeah, that's what I'm like. I mean, no, not really. Because you can have a tumor that's
in Guardians 2, yeah, you're right. In Guardians 2, Kurt Russell says it's a shame I had to put that tumor in her head.
Yeah, that's where I'm going off of because
Kurt
Russell said the tumor.
Kurt Russell, he obviously is a liar. I mean, come on. No, but yeah, you get the point for that. Let me see.
Play, your cat is going crazy right now.
It's time to feed her.
Here we go. This is a thinker. You ready, Tia?
Okay.
What comedic TV show has made multiple cameo appearances in Marvel movies directed by the Russo brothers?
Oh, Community. Right? That's their saying? That's their show, Community? Am I not right there? I never watched the Russo brothers stuff before they were in the MCU.
You know what? I'm actually gonna challenge that. I'm gonna get. It says Arrested Development.
I was gonna steal it.
But
I think you're right. No, you're definitely right, Tech.
It was Arrested Development. So Trayvon, I will give you that. But see, I'm also gonna give you the point because the question to me isn't clear enough because everyone from Community has appeared in Marvel movies. Literally,
that's what I thought.
Yeah, so it's like
Chevy Chase was standing, right?
Yes, exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So I'm gonna give both of you that point. I'm gonna give both of you that. Because that was a little. I even looked at the answer and I was just like, I don't think that's right.
I know the stair car was prominent in Civil War.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Let me see. All right. This one's gonna be a funny one. All right, here you go, Tia. How tall can Ant-Man get in Captain America: Civil War?
Oh, I don't know that. Because it was different from Civil War to Ant-Man and the Wasp.
And even Endgame.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna do a shot in the dark and say something like 34 feet.
Oh my goodness. Incorrect.
I know. That's why I was like, that's so specific. I don't know.
What do you got, Clay?
60 feet.
Incorrect.
As tall as the Star Wars walking thingies. That's what Spider-Man said.
The AT-ATs, yeah.
That's what Spider-Man said.
That is not a numbered answer.
Spider-Man said it, so it's right.
What did he
Yeah,
know?
you remember that really old movie, Juwan?
With the walking thingies.
Yes. Does anybody know?
I don't know.
25 feet.
Incorrect. Take a guess.
Christ, he had to have been like 300 feet.
Incorrect.
All right.
So, since
I'm
everyone
out.
got it wrong, I'm going to give it to the person that was the closest, which is Clay. It is 65 feet.
Did they actually say that in the movie?
Like, wasn't he
like where was it referenced? What movie was that referenced?
Yeah,
It was
wasn't it only referenced
Ant-Man and
in
the Wasp.
Ant-Man and the Wasp? Yeah. They never said it in Civil War.
No. They didn't say it, but he referenced that he was able to get 65 feet in that movie, but he did it.
Okay.
Yep.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I see y'all trying to trick the host. That's not how.
They didn't say that in Civil War. Hold on.
Not trick your host.
He walked out the door at the airport, and there was the thing on the doorway that had 65, like at the convenience store.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Look at Clay. Look at Clay out here.
Damn.
I see him flexing out here. All right, here we go, Clay. You ready? What school does Tony Stark speak at in Captain America: Civil War?
MIT.
That is correct. Right. Just erase everybody's points, starting from the beginning. Anyway, here we go.
I'm in the lead. Here we go.
I had 15.
Here we go, Clay. What kind of scientist is Whiplash? A, chemist. B, physicist. C, nope, geneticist.
Yeah, geneticist.
Engineer. That it's kind of blurred out from when I printed it, so I'm like, I think those are so
was D engineer?
Yes.
I'm gonna go engineer.
That is incorrect.
What would
physicist?
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Let Clay finish. Go ahead, Clay. Finish your thought.
No, that was it.
Oh, okay.
Right. Engineer. Yeah, move on.
I
need to know the answers again.
Physicist.
That is correct.
Okay.
He's a physicist in vodka. That's what he's a physicist in.
Hey man, I want my blood. No, my blood.
That movie make me feel like if there was anyone in Russia that hated us, that movie was just like, oh, I really hate Americans.
Oh yeah.
That's how you think we sound. Like, to me, I compare Whiplash's Russian to Al Pacino's Cuban in Scarface. Where it's just like, no one talks like that, man.
You know what's so funny though about that? It's like like I watched Scarface when I was say like younger. I know this is so off topic, but it's like when you're a kid and you've never encountered someone who's Cuban, you're like, that sounds valid. And then you grow up and you meet like Cuban people and you're like, oh no, that's not it at all. That's terrible.
A little bit.
Yeah, every non-Russian who ever does a Russian accent always does that like really I don't even know how to describe it, like, oh, borscht. It's like, oh, I know how to say borscht, so I'm just going to base my entire accent on that one thing.
Right.
Yep.
Or you can ask Elizabeth Olsen to try it too. So
listen. I am,
and which is funny because she studied.
Sokovian.
Yeah, she studied Russian as well. So I mean, like, how does that happen?
Have you guys ever seen the movie Child 44? It's
No.
with like Tom Hardy and stuff. It takes place in Russia, but for some reason they all speak English with like really terrible Russian accents. It's like Tom Hardy, Gary Oldman. It's so bad.
Is it like every World War II movie where someone with an English accent is like portraying a German officer? I mean, like that kind of thing. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Or Benedict Cumberbatch trying to do an American accent.
Yeah,
how about Master of the Mystical Arts douchebag?
I will say I've gotten yelled at about it enough, but I've always said that voice acting to me is very important because we've seen these characters for most of us develop through cartoons, so they define what some of our heroes sound like. So I got destroyed when I kept saying, "You can't tell me Margot Robbie sounds like Harley Quinn. She just does it." And I think what pisses me off the most is go back and watch the movie she did with Leo. All she sounds like is Harley Quinn in that movie. It is just like, why didn't you bring it over?
I love Margot Robbie, but she has one American accent, and that's like she's from Boston. Watch Bombshell, watch I, Tonya, watch her as Harley Quinn. She sounds exactly the same every time she has to do an American accent. And it's like, I don't understand, because if you watch like Cillian Murphy, I think Tom Holland does a really good American accent, but some people just can't. It's like Tom Hardy can't, Benedict Cumberbatch can't, and Margot Robbie doesn't do a great job.
I give it to two people that to me just come to my mind that are just phenomenal. It would definitely be Christian Bale and Idris Elba.
Yeah.
The first time I heard Idris Elba speak, and it wasn't how I had seen him talk in the movie, I was just like, who dubbed over this?
Right.
And it's like, oh wait, no, oh that's him. Oh my god, okay, didn't see that.
Oh yeah,
that was the first time I saw Tom Holland in an interview. I was like, oh come on.
Yeah, I mean they remind us every day that great acting comes from over the pond. It's never here.
Right.
It's never here.
Yeah. The first time we worked with Tom Holland in photo ops, man, it was just like I had no idea, right? Because he was Spider-Man, and I'm like, about Spider-Man. And I was like, you what? You damn good job, kid.
There.
Yeah, definitely. We definitely have to fix your Spider-Man thing. That is, we will work on that for sure.
Wait, you don't like Tom Holland as Spider-Man?
I love Tom Holland as Spider-Man. I absolutely am in love with him as Spider-Man. I don't like Spider-Man.
Okay.
That's what we have.
I mean, I can kind of see that.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I feel like it's kind of
Spider-Man.
valid.
For me, Spider-Man is the equivalent to Superman, is the MCU equivalent or the Marvel equivalent to Superman in the fact that
goody
I'm tired.
Two-shoes.
Well, no, I'm tired of hearing the same damn story over and over and over regurgitated. It's like, dude, I'm done. Get on with it. Just make it.
Batman?
Oh yeah. So
you like Batman, but you don't like Spider-Man. They tell Batman story over and over and over.
Well, and this goes to a point that like we have talked about on the Kind of Nerdy Network with Juwan as well with KJ, who I'm filling in for tonight, is the fact that it's hard because when you've got like Spider-Man is the MCU equivalent, but of every other superhero, you got the big three. You got the Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman, right? But so you got four right there that have just been regurgitated over and over and over and over again. So like there's only so many times you could tell the same story with a different person and everything else. As a child, I grew up with the Adam West Batman. So I, like when Michael Keaton came out as Batman, I was like, oh shit, this is a game changer. We got to do this, right?
I think I said this to you before. I just actually, so weird we're talking about this. I said this to my dad earlier today.
Oh God.
Because he feels the same way about things being regurgitated. And I told him the same thing I'm going to tell you. Watch watch the first Tobey Maguire Spider-Man.
I have
Watch the first Andrew Garfield Spider-Man.
better.
Nothing about that is the same. There's no
But-
Uncle Ben in Amazing Spider-Man.
Yes, I agreed, but it's like
MCU Spider-Man origin was different though. They didn't go through the whole.
There was no origin.
yeah,
Uncle Ben,
exactly. They
Spider-Man
introduced him in
fight.
Civil. Yeah, and that's why I think why I'm better. Like Tom Holland in Civil War, as Spider-Man in Civil War, I thought was spot on. That was perfect, absolutely perfect, because he had his place. He was a smartass, and he kept talking, and that was done. You're done, right? And I recently have admitted that KJ had put on. I was like making dinner one night, and as I was prepping food, she had Far From Home on, and I was like, oh, you know what? I'm warming up to this a little bit more, but it was more for the supporting cast and not the Spider-Man thing. It's just the character. It's not the character. It's the character. It's not the actor. But
Are you complaining about Spider-Man again?
But
I love how Clay came in with that. Like,
yeah,
how dare you?
Yeah.
right. Yeah, he knows me too well. All right,
Um,
I'm done. We
but-
can keep going with trivia. That's my bad.
But no, I mean, look,
I totally derailed us.
I understand where you're coming from. I just look at it to where it's like the first Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, Green Goblin, Norman Osborn, Harry Osborn, Mary Jane Watson.
Yep.
You had the Daily Bugle. You had J. Jonah Jameson. You had
Yep.
Aunt May.
Yep.
Uncle Ben died. He was a wrestler.
Yep.
Watch Amazing Spider-Man. No Uncle Ben. His parents were the ones that died to leave him
Yep.
with Aunt May. There was no Mary Jane. It was Gwen Stacy.
Yep.
It was Lizard, not Green Goblin. There
Yep.
was no Harry Osborn or Norman Osborn. So it's just like everything about it was even where they got bit was different. So
Right.
to me, it's just like if what you're saying is him getting bit, him losing someone, that's the same thing over and over again. Sure. Okay. Yeah. We're about to get the same thing with Wolverine again that we've seen 90 billion times. So I get that.
Right.
The idea of it literally being the same, that's where I differ, because it's like they made sure Mark Webb did that Amazing Spider-Man was different than that first Sam Raimi Spider-Man.
Yeah, but like I guess I'm just tired of the origin stories of this. It's
Fair.
like everybody and their damn brother knows who Spider-Man is. Quit with the damn origin stories. That's why it took me a year and a half to watch Into the Spider-Verse, because I was like, you know what? It's another day. It's like, oh, it's really cool. You just, you incorporated, like all the different Spider-Mans and, like the noir and all that stuff. And that's fine, whatever. But it was still a damn origin story for Miles Morales. And I was just like, dude, enough, please.
You are the grumpiest old man.
I
The
am.
youngest grumpy old man that I know.
No,
I know, right?
See, I can't even say that, because it's like, and that's why I'm just like my dad's watching live right now. He legit said everything you just said earlier to me today, and I had to argue him down of that same exact thing. So it's just like I'm like fast forwarding having to defend it all over again.
And Clay is loving this because he is several years older than I am.
Yeah,
and
you are the grumpy old man.
I am. It's crazy.
There are some kids on your yard that you need to yell at, sir.
I know.
Sure. That's but I wanted us to wrap up the trivia because I didn't want us to go super long tonight. I wanted us to get into our thoughts on Falcon and Winter Soldier. We got a million trailers to break down. We have some news publications that we highly respect that got to see the first episode that spoke very highly. They gave a little tidbits. They said it starts off action driven. There's an appearance in there that we're not expecting. So there's just a lot going on with this. First of all, I'll just say Patches did win. Just go ahead and just throw that out there. But anyway, the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I hate that there's like 40 thes in this. It's just, Anyway, this show looks like a lot of fun, and it's so funny. Patches, what was the thing that I said I hated the most about going into this show, or who did I say I hated?
Anthony Mackie.
So I'm watching. I'm on YouTube, right? And I'm like, all right, let me watch. The most recent clip that just dropped. To get me ready for this show. and what airs before the trailer does? That new Xbox commercial of who? Anthony Mackie. And I'm just like, the universe wants me to love this guy. I'll never give in. But
oh my God. And
so
the funny thing is, we literally talked about like how we mentioned how you felt about Anthony Mackie on this week's Kind of Nerdy Dudes.
Yeah.
And I want to be
I didn't know anyone who like disliked Anthony Mackie until Jawan said, I don't like Anthony Mackie. And to me, prior, like I had only knew him as the Falcon, as Sam Wilson, and I love him as that. And Jawan's like, I do not like Anthony Mackie. I'm like, no, he's a great actor. Like, what are you talking about? And then I watched season 2 of Altered Carbon. And I was like, maybe Jawan's onto something. And then I saw him in that episode of Black Mirror, and I was like, maybe Jawan is onto something.
I like that episode.
I do want to be clear. I think my biggest frustration isn't that necessarily he's a good actor, a bad actor. It's just I remember living through the Sam Worthington era, where it was just like he is going to be in every movie you see, every commercial. Sam Worthington is the next guy, and I just remember going, he's okay, but not enough for you to make me have to see him every second of the day.
Right.
Well, that's where my frustration comes from.
Well, and that's like me and T and I got into it on a Geek Vibes a couple months back about Pedro Pascal, and she's like, you what?
I was like
no,
that.
Yeah, I was just like, no. I love him as the Mandalorian. I liked him in Kingsman 2, but they're like it. I feel the same way about Pedro Pascal as Jawan does about Anthony Mackie. It's like it feels like he's getting shoved down your throat right now.
And I understand that because it's like if you have like for me, Pedro Pascal, I was introduced to from Narcos. That's the first time I saw him was Narcos, and I loved him as Javier Pena. But I understand that he's like Hollywood's very much like that. They see that someone's popular, and they're like, we're gonna put them in everything. They've done that with Pedro Pascal. They're doing that with Oscar Isaac. They're doing that with Michael B. Jordan. Now they're doing that with Anthony Mackie. They're like, oh, you like him? We're gonna put him in everything. It's like, yeah, I like this person. But there has to be other actors as well that you should probably give love to. And they're like, no, we're going to give you these 4 actors.
I have a question for you. No, you're good. Knowing your viewpoint on Anthony Mackie, as Disney Plus announced their scheduled, like the shows that they're going to drop, which Disney Plus Marvel show were you most excited about?
That's tough because they announced Miss Marvel, and I'm a huge Kamala Khan fan. But then when you tell me Oscar Isaac's gonna be Moon Knight, it's just like, I'm gonna have to go with that one.
See, I know nothing. I know nothing about Moon Knight, so that's why I'm not like.
Well, I say this: do you like Batman?
Yes. At times, I like Ben. I like Ben Affleck's Batman.
That's a good answer.
Okay. See, all right. Look, this isn't the place for it, but I definitely be getting into this with Joel. I need more people to be more vocal, like you are, Trayvon, because I try to say this all the time. People think because they liked Christian Bale's Batman, right?
I did not.
Fans of no. Fair. But people kind of take that and go, well, I love Batman. And they'll go, I love Batman. And I try to always tell them, you don't. And they're like, how do you figure I don't? And it's just like, you didn't see that Batman and go, yeah, that's a Batman I've been reading and watching in cartoons my whole life. No. So to me, it's a difference. It's okay to say, I love Zack Snyder. Don't tell me you love the Justice League, and then when this guy's like, yeah, I'm gonna kill Robin, I'm gonna kill this guy, and you're like, yeah. No, you're not a fan of the characters, you're just a fan of his vision for them. So there is a difference. So I like when you say you like Ben Affleck's Batman. I respect that. But you're not really truly a Batman fan, which isn't a knock, it's just, being honest.
Well, and to expand on Trayvon's point is the fact that, like he said, I'm in the same boat. I don't know anything about Moon Knight. So of all the Marvel things coming out, that is actually the one I'm most excited about because I know zero about it. So we can it was like Iron Man when that came out, 13 years ago. It's like I knew nothing about Iron Man. It's just like, all right, this is going to be exciting. This is going to be fun. Teach me. Let's get into this.
I had a thing about Moon Knight. I don't know if Kevin Feige said it or somebody said it, which like I was excited for it at first. I was like, oh, that sounds interesting. But then they said he could either be crazy or he has powers, and I was like, so I don't like that.
We're not gonna get into Moon Knight today, but what I will tell you, what he meant by that is there's like a moon god that gives Moon Knight his abilities, but he's also really insane. Like he has like a split personality.
Isn't that like that's like a famous not a famous, but that's if you go on Tumblr and you like search, say like the Punisher, right? People always refer to this one comic between Frank Castle and Moon Knight, where Frank Castle's like, "Hey, still crazy," and he's like, "Hey, still killing people," So it's that's
exactly what it is. So Moon Knight is somewhat attitude-wise like Batman, but what makes him so entertaining is he could be really powerful as far as like a fighter and whatnot, but he also could just really be insane. So it's like you never know. Could this be when it's like, yeah, he could really beat you up, or is he just really insane?
Which is something that they would have to really like tread lightly on in Marvel. I feel like, with a character like that.
I'll do all typical tricks
like they wanted to.
Yeah, I'm gonna go insane when that show when we get close to that show. Our Moon Knight prep video that we do to prepare for when it drops. Be prepared for that to be as long as the Snyder Cut. Yeah, I will.
Now that you've seen WandaVision, are you a little bit cautious about the show now?
No, he's gonna want Mephisto in it. He's gonna be like Mephisto's.
I swear, the amount of people
there's no moon guy. There's no moon guy.
That Mephisto thing is just like. I'm still on that train though. But anyway, back to the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I'm really excited for this show. I love the back and forth between them. It almost made me throw up saying it, but I really did laugh when he's like, Doctor Strange is a sorcerer, and he's like, sorcerers are just like wizards without hats. I don't know why, but that line, I loved it so much because I thought about it. And I was just like, yeah, because if you think about it, what's the Harry Potter movie called? Sorcerer's Stone.
Yep.
They didn't call it the Wizard Stone, so it's like maybe he might be right. I only saw one or two people wear hats in that movie, if we're being completely honest.
Well, technically, the name of that was the Philosopher's Stone, but who's keeping track?
True. But also think about it. Did Harry ever wear a hat?
Yes, with the sorting hat.
Yeah, sorting. Yeah, there you go, sorting hat.
Okay, I'm sorry. The ones, yes. But outside of that, he was without hat more than he was with hat. So I was just like,
it's Trayvon.
We definitely have
That's my movie. Now let's do that trivia. Let's do that.
You don't want that kind of smoke, Trayvon.
I won't be here for that one because I've never seen any of the Harry Potter movies. So
all right, so we lost Tia's connection. She went out. We couldn't hear her say that.
That's all right. I hate the Lord of the Rings movies, so you're fine. So let's bring that into the mix too.
The Lord of the Rings movies were okay. The Hobbit movies, I feel like, were better. Like I watched the Hobbit movies and came out of that feeling more entertained than the Lord of the Rings. I watched the Lord of the Rings and I'm like, this is definitely an early 2000s trilogy.
Yeah, the argument I always get in, and people always say like, "Oh, you just stealing that, that hot take from Clerks," but it legit is just like almost 3 hours of just walking. And
was Randall wrong? Randall was not wrong. Like it was just
right. Well, and especially in Clerks too. There is only one return, and that is of the Jedi.
The Jedi.
That's for sure. That's for damn sure.
Right.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and put that out there.
Right.
That's the best argument ever.
And Power Rangers. Sorry.
Nice. Go Power Rangers.
I'm gonna start with you, Clay. Look, Trayvon, we can have a Power Rangers.
Please, let's go.
Every day.
I love it.
As long as you stop at SPD, I got you.
You can stop anywhere you want, but I've seen all of it, so
okay.
we can stop wherever you want.
Play. All right. I'm just saying we're gonna have some more of these trivia episodes for sure.
All right.
I'm gonna start off with you, man. How excited are you? Look at Tia's mug. Tia, hold that mug up real quick.
Yes.
Oh, look at that.
I love it.
Nice
merch. Look at that. Clay, what are your thoughts and how excited are you for the Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
I'm pretty excited. When Disney initially announced their lineup, this was the one that jumped out at me. Like I was most excited about this coming out. I think I've enjoyed the relationship that's developed between the two characters through the movies. And you know, I'm really interested to see how the Sam Wilson character struggles with accepting what it means to be Captain America going forward, right? So yeah.
And I made this joke to my dad earlier, because I know everyone's like, oh, there's no Mephisto, so what does Juwan show standards to? Where I always show standards to everyone who is wondering that is the fact that it looks like, I don't know this for sure, but it looks like that beautiful city they're in is Madripoor. And Madripoor in the comics is heavily tied to Wolverine. So I am not expecting to see Wolverine. That's not the train I'm heading on. I am just expecting, you know, just someone to kind of go, yeah, man, it was crazy. Last week, this dude with claws just ripped through here. Like, I just need something like that. A little nod.
If they do that, I'm going to be pissed. No,
so you guys know, like, you
Right.
guys know that's in because there's only going to be 6 episodes. So we're going to get to the 6th episode and he's going to be like, they did not reference Wolverine, throw the whole thing out.
I mean, would it be entertaining if I just loved every episode and everything?
True, right? Yeah, we need the drama.
I gotta hold something out, you know?
Yeah.
So it's the magic for it. I don't know what I'm gonna do if I get it. Like, I spent 9 weeks not getting what I wanted from WandaVision.
You're like a dog. You're like a dog chasing a car. You wouldn't know what you do if you got to it.
Yeah, the car stopped, and I'm just looking at it like, why did you stop?
I love the Heath Ledger quote.
I was gonna say, did he get the Dark Knight reference?
I wouldn't know what to do.
I don't think he did.
Yeah, Tia, you know I don't acknowledge that Joker, but yeah. No.
Wait, what?
Yeah, no, this is what I've had to deal with for the 3 years that I've known Juwan. Like the blasphemy. He'll sit there on his hill, like on all the other hot takes he has, and then he says shit like this.
Don't like Heath Ledger's joke.
It wasn't the Joker. It was anarchy.
Hold on. See, I always have to point that out. That's how narratives start, Trayvon. That is not what I said. What did I say?
Like how he likes fun.
I do not claim that to be my Joker. I did not say I didn't like Heath Ledger's Joker, because that then insinuates I thought he did a bad job. That's not what my problem.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you just didn't. So you didn't like his performance as that. You didn't.
That's also not what I'm saying.
He didn't like the way the part. Yeah, so you didn't like the way the part of the Joker was written, right?
Right, exactly.
That was the only good part about that movie for me.
Yeah, Mark Hamill is his only Joker, guys. Come on.
That's it. Him and Jared Leto. Anyway, I'm gonna go to you, Patches. How excited are you for the Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
He wants to tell us about how our takes are bad, and then he sits there and goes, "No."
That's another narrative that's not true. I never said
narratives are natural. They're always gonna happen.
I never said you guys' takes are bad. I respect it. I respect that you got Clay. What do I always say? They're great movies, just not great Batman movies. That's it. That's it. To me, that's high praise. I consider that high praise.
Sure.
The fact that you have to sit there and when we do a Heath Ledger like impersonation, you like roll your eyes and go,
It's that little volley before you hand it off, Juwan. Like that little qualifier. that you
You
throw
guys might
out
not
there.
like my take.
It's just a
Yeah.
qualifier. It's like when the kid has lemonade and it's like, how did it taste? It's like, oh, it was good, but I assume you didn't use any sugar, right? It's like, no, I didn't.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, yeah, it was all right then. You know,
It was
That's
it
a
was fun.
qualifier.
I'm still honestly, I'm still throwing like Mark Hamill. I mean, like Mark Hamill's the icon, right?
Yeah.
Jared Leto. Seriously?
Yeah.
Come on.
I like
Yeah.
him.
I liked him in Suicide Squad, but
Loved
in
him.
my tier of say like Jokers, live action Jokers, he's at the bottom. You know,
Correct.
like for me, it's like I didn't mind the direction. Like everyone really hated the tattoos and his slick back hair and the thing, and I was like, I understand it for the context of the Suicide Squad movie, not the
Correct.
Suicide Squad. It's like I understood the context of that.
I like
I
this.
didn't
It's like they took a big swing on that brand of the Joker, and I didn't think it was bad, but at the same time, you got to think of a guy that grew up with Cesar Romero, right? And then
when you do like Cesar Romero, Jack Nicholson,
yeah. I mean, you went from Cesar Romero to Jack Nicholson, and you're going to put Jared Leto above either one of those two clowns? Come on, man.
Again, look at the narratives. I said Jared Leto was my favorite. I didn't say he was necessarily better in anyone's opinion.
All right.
So who's excited for Falcon and Winter Soldier?
Right?
I am.
Oh shit, we're on the Marvel Cinematic Review. That's my bad.
So, Patrick, my question.
You gotta admire the passion.
will be-
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have an excuse. I'm intoxicated. I don't know what your guys' excuses are.
I'm gonna use Tia's excuse. I was drinking to celebrate her birthday also. No,
man.
but Patches, I'll pass it to you. Your excitement, and do you have any expectations? Like anything you're looking to see?
So expectations, no. I have zero expectations for anything moving forward. Because I mean we're entering a whole new universe of Marvel now. So as far as my expectations are zero. And I think that's why I loved WandaVision as much as I did. And I was happy to be along on the ride for it. So as far as Falcon and Winter Soldier, as far as character wise, I hope I have a couple ideas. Number one, I hope that Sebastian Stan carries the show because A, Sebastian Stan's amazing. B, Bucky Barnes has the most depth of a character that you can have in arguably, like all of the first four phases of Marvel. And then, and the Sam Wilson character is a great, quippy sidekick guy. So, I'm excited to see how they're gonna mold the buddy comedy into the live action and progress a serious storyline. That being said, what we mentioned on the Kind of Nerdy Dudes this week was, or what I mentioned was, guys, Steve Rogers is still alive. Okay. He just gave the shield to Sam, right?
Did you see the trailer?
Yes, I've seen the trailer. Oh, wait, is he dead in the trailer?
It looks
Well,
like
no,
funeral.
Trayvon speaking to it looks to be a funeral scene in the trailer.
Yeah, that's
Everyone's
okay.
Assuming it's Steve, but
Okay. But as far as we know, for anyone that hasn't watched it, Steve Rogers is still alive. All right. Bucky's the obvious choice. Steve Rogers screwed up the timeline. It was jumping all over the place. So who's to say throughout however bit of time that he and Bucky hadn't run into each other, and Bucky up in his head is like, you know what? I remember Steve, and he's also cool with me being Captain America. So it would be really, I personally would rather see Bucky be Captain America as opposed to Sam. But at the same time, I like the possibility of like Clay said earlier, the responsibility that Sam is going to feel being the quote unquote new Captain America. But if he can't handle it, he's got Captain America's best friend over his shoulder and be like, dude, I got this. So there's so many ways they can take the show. So I'm just there again with no expectations. I like just to speculate and be like, whatever I get is going to be great.
Yeah, I will say to that, Bucky has made it very clear it's a burden he didn't want. And I do think the show will explore that a little bit more. Because you have two factors. And again, I don't want to make this sound, I haven't seen the show. So I'm just in the ignorance as everyone else. But to me, I view it as the show is going to go through two struggles. The struggle of Bucky kind of just being like, I don't want that. And Sam being like, I don't want it either. But the true struggle of it is Sam doesn't want it because of the responsibility. He has to live up to it. Bucky doesn't want it for two reasons. A, there was a reason Steve didn't give it to him. And that is an unspoken thing between the two of them. So he wants to honor that. Steve wanted Sam, so it's going to be Sam. It's going to be Sam or nobody. Simple as that. And the other thing is, it's just a burden Bucky doesn't want.
Simple as that, really? Like, just Mephisto's going to be here? I mean, like, it can't be that simple.
Well, I thought that
they're not going to let an assassin be Captain America.
Go ahead, Tia.
I thought that Bucky made it very clear that he didn't want to fight anymore. That scene in Infinity War when T'Challa came to him with his arm and he just looked so defeated, like, where's the fight? Because he just wanted to live on his little farm and, I don't know, 10 goats or some shit like that.
Throw bags of hay into a cart.
Yeah, like he didn't want any of that. He did it because it's like he had to. Sorry, John, go ahead.
No. What I meant by it's as simple as that is just the idea. I lean more on the idea that he respects Steve enough to know that Steve didn't want him to have it.
But
tarnishing if he went back on that to take it from, not take it like give it to me, but to take on a mantle that's not meant for him. I think that's why I meant by I feel like it's as simple as he doesn't want it because he doesn't want the burden. He had to be this figure for over 50 years in the Winter Soldier. He doesn't want to have to be another figure in Captain America. So I think it's as simple as he doesn't want to tarnish what Steve wanted, and he just doesn't want the burden of it. He doesn't want to have to be that guy. But
to Tia's point, though, to wrap up, my expectation in wanting Bucky being the Winter Soldier, like what Tia said, where's the fight? Being defeated. Look at Spider-Man. He didn't want to be he didn't want to have the responsibilities. He just wanted to live his life, right? It's the same thing. It doesn't matter what you want. It's a matter of what do you have to do? And if he has to do it, then he will do it, begrudgingly or not.
But to your point, and I'm going to go right to you, Clay, and I'm going to move on to Trayvon. But to your point of Spider-Man, remember what the narrative was to start that movie. He
wanted to get laid?
Well, yes, badly. But no, the point of the beginning of that movie was, or the point of that whole movie was, we need you to live up to Stark. And it wasn't until you got to the end that Happy was just like, no, be Peter. And I think in this instance, he doesn't want to live up to Cap. He just wants to be Bucky again. So I think it's the simplicity of, if you take that shield, you can no longer be Bucky. You are now Captain America. And I just really think, let me just say this. I'm going to go to you, Clay. You're going to get great visuals of him throwing the shield. I believe that wholeheartedly. Yeah, but taking the mantle is just something I don't think he ever wants. But go ahead, Clay. I'm sorry.
Hey, real quick. I think that Steve Rogers understands what Bucky has been through and doesn't want to give that burden to him going forward. Right.
It's the reason why Stark didn't leave his glasses to Rhodey.
Right.
I'll give it to somebody else that I think can live up to it. It's not you.
Yeah. You're my best friend, but nah, I'm good.
Yeah, I swear that is the one friendship in the MCU that I always feel as though is circumstantial. Like, I swear, Stark having Rhodey as his friend seems to be when Stark deems it. Every time else,
right?
Like, Rhodey, Oh shit, that's right.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love their friendship. They're like an underrated friendship that like no
love
one
it too.
talks about in the MCU. It's like we talk about Steve and Bucky, we talk about all these others. It's like, does anyone talk about Tony and Rhodey?
Yeah, what have they been
like,
through?
I'm gonna be
They've
honest.
been through a lot. They've
Right.
been through
Well,
a lot.
but like the backstory, like to get him to that point, it's like it came from the first Iron Man. Is like he was the liaison for the armed forces, and as far as the MCU, I mean, the comics are obviously different, but you know, as far as the MCU goes, all we know is he was a military liaison, and that's how they became quote unquote buddies, and then they're best friends.
I don't know. I just think that they love each other. Because when Rhodey almost got killed, he was like, "That's my Rhodey. No one touches my Rhodey." And I was like, "Oh, I love this."
Right,
you know,
right.
He gave him braces and everything. Just saying, their friendship.
Yeah, I mean, I'll also throw this in. There's a show coming out called Ironheart, so where it looks like she's the new Iron Man. So I mean, it kind of lets you know where Stark's mindset was on a new Iron Man in it.
But we're also having Armor Wars, which will, explore Rhodey more.
Which
so
will explore the side of Rhodey being like, I love Stark so much, man. I'll kill y'all to protect his suit.
Right.
Like I will kill y'all to protect Stark's legacy.
At the end of the day, the more Don Cheadle we have, the better the world is. Period. So
like, I'm sorry, no disrespect to like Terrence Malick, but them bringing Don Cheadle in was the best thing ever. As soon as he came in Iron Man 2, it's like, cool, let's do this. Let's go forward.
Look, it's me. I'm here. Deal with it. I love that quote. That was the best.
Joanne said one time that he said that was like the best way to get like pretty much it's speaking to that scene, but also speaking to the audience. Like, I know I'm not the same actor, but freaking deal with it.
Absolutely brilliant on that.
Yeah,
on that
and
line.
I will say, Kevin Feige ruined our chance of hearing someone say Iron Man. You know how Terrence Howard said we could have gotten that golden opportunity. Instead, we have to do our horrible versions of it. But anyway, Trayvon, you got it in your background, man. What is your excitement level, and do you have any expectations for Falcon and Winter Soldier?
Well, the Winter Soldier, the Captain America Winter Soldier movie is my favorite one. Still to this day, that's one I still can watch anytime. I still love it, just from the start to the end. I especially love, like, the only love that I just love all that. I love how the relationship started. I like how it built. Great to me. I am really excited to see, from what I know about the show with the trailers and US Agent and all that stuff. It looks like, yes, he gave him the shield. That doesn't necessarily mean the government is going to want a black Captain America. And I really want them to dig into that. I want them to go there. I don't care. I want them to really go there. I want them to, I feel like this the time. It'd be perfect for them to do it now. I want to see it. And I just can't see them letting, the government definitely doesn't want Bucky to be it. I mean, he was an assassin. They know that. They know he was a Winter Soldier. That's not going to happen. Sam's already enough. I was like, Bucky, I definitely think they're gonna let it go that far. So, like you're saying, I'm just really excited to see their little interaction we've seen previously. It was like Civil War. It was like, can you move your seat up? Stuff like little stuff. I love like that. I'm really excited for the little fun stuff like that. And I mean, and apparently, from what I understand, you learn more backstory about Sam. I'm curious about that because all we know. I guess he was in some branch of the military and got out, but we don't know what happened during that time or family or anything.
I think he said in Winter Soldier he lost a lot of people.
Yeah.
And that was kind of his, like I can't do this anymore kind of thing.
But you don't know a whole lot about him. It's always just been like, oh, I'm just here to show up for you, Cap, whenever you need. But who is Sam?
Right.
Yep. And that's the biggest I'd say question about the series is identity. Identity is going to be the biggest thing about the show.
Yeah.
Is not only Sam figuring out who's Sam, but Sam becoming Captain America.
Yeah. Him accepting it.
Right. And I'm with you, Trayvon. I said it from day one when I heard about this show. Race is easily the most important issue of this show.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that, to people who are maybe unfamiliar about what I'm talking about, is obviously Cap gave Sam the shield.
Mm-hmm.
When you watch the trailer,
mm-hmm.
there's another guy that's Captain America. And he's not the guy that Sam picked. I mean, that Cap picked, I'm sorry.
Right.
So it's clearly the government's way of going, we kind of have how we would like Cap to look, and you don't fit that mold. So I want you to dig into that. You know, I want that to be a conversation of Sam kind of going, is this a black thing or like?
Well, I think it's a twofold, honestly. It's a race-related thing because it's not a coincidence that the guy that they picked is a white, blue-haired, not blue hair. Wow, blonde hair, blue hair. You know,
Happy birthday. Yeah.
But I also think it is that Cap wasn't friends with the government after Civil War. He went against the Sokovian Accords, and if you guys watched, Homecoming. Remember that one little tape where he was like, yeah, I think Cap's like a terrorist now, but I guess I have to play this. So it's like, it's a twofold, to me at least, where it's like, yes, it's a race thing. And then it's also like, well, we didn't like Cap to begin with, so we're obviously not going to recognize who he picked to be the next Captain America.
And technically, aren't all of them fugitives, technically? Like, I mean,
that's my problem.
Like, all
in-game happened, and then it was kind of just like, I don't know, don't nobody talk about it no more.
And I wanted to, what Patrick was saying earlier about Spider-Man, just wanting to be, just a regular kid and stuff like that. I still, like, whenever I think about Far From Home now, and I think about the 8-month gap, I'm like, what happened in between that time and from the end game and the 8-month gap? What made him so tired of being Spider-Man? I was like, you know what? Like, at that point, he's like, oh, I'm going on my trip now. I don't want to take my suit with me. Like, he's just like leaving it all behind. And I was like, huh.
Well, no, it wasn't necessarily that. I think they answered it throughout that movie. It was just the idea that Stark had always wanted him to just be a kid. Like, this isn't the life that someone your age should be going down. So it was the point of the story to kind of just be like, yeah, I'm Spider-Man, but I'm the lower level guy. Like, I stop local robberies. I'm not meant to go to Venice and all over to
I'm the neighborhood kid, yeah.
Right.
You went to space.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Let's not forget that now.
His point was just to kind of say that, he's the friendly neighborhood guy. So in his mind, I don't have to be the friendly neighborhood guy in Venice. Like, I can just be a kid. So that was it wasn't that he was tired of being Spider-Man. It was the idea of, I'm not an Avenger. So it's like, leave that to other people. I just want to go and have fun with my friends.
He doesn't realize that he can't really do that. That suit needs to come everywhere.
That was the whole point of the movie. Him kind of going, oh my God, I'll never be able to just be Peter Parker. But go ahead, Patches.
Yeah, so one of the comments to Tia's point was, I do hope they pick up on the theme in the series, and that it was a very good point that Tia had, that Cap is on the outs with the government, and and to expound on that comment, like, the government's trying to mold and like this is our vision of what Captain America should be, and like, who the hell are you to say that Captain America is Captain America, who are you to say?
In their ideal world, it's like, no, Steve Rogers should have sat down with us and told us who he wanted to give the shield to. It's like, no.
They wanted him to keep his retirement.
He's an Avenger. He's actually above you. Sorry.
Do you I know in the comments, right, Sam never takes like super soldier serum, from what I understand. Like, he's always just normal, right? But I did in one of the trailers, I think they said something about the people they're fighting are a little stronger than normal, or something. Mm-hmm. So I was wondering, I was like, I mean, that was one of the things I was wondering at first. I was like, well, Bucky kind of has a super soldier serum, so he's stronger. So it would make sense for him to be Captain America. And I was like, well, but he gave it to Sam, but Sam is normal. I always wondered that. I was like, I wonder if
well, maybe that's something that Sam contends with as well. Like, can I stand up to people like Steve and Bucky? And when you see in the trailer him throwing the shield, it's like maybe he's trying to, he's trying to embody that.
Well, also remember this. The whole point of Captain America in that first movie was to show that size isn't what makes you the hero. So the whole point of giving it to Sam, knowing that he's not super strong, is that's not what made me Captain America. I mean, it helps for sure. I mean, he could hold a helicopter with one hand. But it's not
the fan service of fan service.
Dude, one of the best flexings of all time.
You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of, like, you ever see those movies to where it's like the guy just randomly takes off his shirt and it was just, all right, clearly that's not for me. Like,
you mean the first Thor?
Yeah,
he's just standing there.
That's not for me. But yeah, so the whole point, Trayvon, was to show that true strength isn't from a bottle. It's what's in your heart, and he's always respect. I mean, think about this. Sam gave up his whole life to help Steve find his best friend. So I think in those moments, Steve was just like, "Damn, this is a really cool dude. I'm gonna give you my shield one day."
Hey, the second Sam can pick up Mjolnir, it's just like, all right, take the serum, dude. You're good.
yeah, you're all good, man. But Tia, to close this out, your hype and excitement for our first episode coming this upcoming Friday.
Yeah, I'm really excited. Like Trayvon, The Winter Soldier is my favorite MCU film to this day. Obviously when Infinity War and Endgame came out, they kind of took that just because of in that moment. But then I'm like, nah, Winter Soldier still is amazing. I love that sort of spy espionage feel. And Bucky and Sam's relationship is so hilarious. Again, as Trayvon said, the whole, can you move your seat up? No. Or in Civil War when
I hate you.
Yeah, I hate you. They're just there, and it's like they've always had Steve there to keep them together. It's like now that Steve's not around, what keeps them together? That's so interesting to me. But again, Bucky has this respect for Sam. It's what we saw in Endgame when he tells Sam, like, hey, go over there, like knowing that Steve is going to give you this monumental moment. So seeing them work with each other is going to be really great. I loved Zemo. To me, Zemo is one of the best villains, and he didn't need to do it by throwing a punch. He literally destroyed the Avengers. So it's really great having an intellectual villain like that, who has just layers to him. And I'm excited to see Sharon Carter back. I'm a huge Emily Van Camp fan. If you've never watched the show Revenge, it's fabulous. And she's so good. When she first came into The Winter Soldier, I'm like, I bet people don't know who she is, but she could act her ass off. She's great. She has killer moves. And the fact that they're bringing her back, and I hope not in a romantic capacity. I certainly don't want them to be like, okay, now that Steve Rogers is in here, please get with one of these two guys.
It looks like the photo that they released of her, the official photo, she looks like she's a soldier without a home, or a soldier without a community. Now that there's no longer a shield, she kind of just looks like she's like a free agent.
I'm sure she's in trouble too. She's in trouble too.
I mean, she she helped Cap and went against what she should have done. So the fact that you have all these great characters from the Captain America franchise now having to work together and hold themselves together without Cap being around is really interesting. Again, as I said, I love the spy espionage thing. That's why I was so excited for Black Widow, because I'm like, we're finally getting back to this spy thriller thing. And the fact that you're bringing us the Falcon and the Winter Soldier show that pretty much is just in the same vein, hopefully, of the Winter Soldier is just exciting. I'm excited to see what happens with the government, with this U.S. agent. I don't know really much of anything about this character, but the idea of like the government's just the worst. We saw that in WandaVision. We see that in the MCU, and it's interesting because it's
And even in Agents of Shield, they had the interim director of Shield. He was like a quote unquote super soldier, because he had that like makeshift serum and whatnot. So like the government is clearly like trying to involve themselves in that.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and the thing that's interesting.
And
Sorry.
also, sorry, Michelle was commenting on what you were saying, Tia. She said, she loves revenge and can't wait for Sharon Carter, in the fact that she's following in her auntie's footsteps.
Yeah. It's really amazing. Again, like I'm so excited that they brought her back and are showing her to be more than, say, just a love interest. Because me personally, did not mind their kiss in Civil War, but I feel like since then people have just kind of associated her more so as like this love interest. And I'm like, she's a kick-ass agent. Her and Black Widow went toe to toe with Bucky. It was great.
Yeah.
She stood up to Brock Rumlow. But to me, it's just super interesting because we saw Endgame, we saw Cap give Sam the shield, and we think, okay, that's how it's supposed to be. And then you remember, oh, but the government sucks, and they're not going to recognize that. They're going to be like, oh, well, we need a new Cap to show the public. We're going to make our own. And it's like, how dare you? Cap gave Sam this, and I'm of the people that I actually like that Cap gave Sam the shield. I like Bucky. I'm not against Bucky, but we've talked about Bucky is very flawed. Bucky has a lot that he's still dealing with, and Steve saw that, but he saw Sam, a guy who literally, as we've said, was willing to lay down everything in his life to be a fugitive with Steve. It's like, just going back to the first Avenger, it's, I want you to be a good man. Sam is a good man. So it doesn't matter that he doesn't have the super soldier serum. It doesn't matter that he hasn't known him as long as Bucky. Sam deserved that shield more than Bucky. That's my opinion with it.
Yeah, I do want to point out, we are not going to just gloss over the fact that Sharon Carter kiss was the weirdest thing ever, Tia.
I only say, okay, no, let me justify. Let me justify that from a girl perspective. I was just happy to see that moment, Emily Van Camp, Chris Evans.
I mean, someone's got to kiss Chris Evans. I mean,
Peggy isn't around, so I was like, all right.
Well, and
Black Widow kissed him.
Right, exactly.
Listen, and I was on that shipping train too. The Robinagers, hello.
Right. Well, and Juan, it's not like it was like Empire, right? It wasn't like Luke Leia, because they had a vision going down the road. It's like that was an innocent kiss before Cap was able to go back and be with the love of her life.
It is really funny.
Hold on. There's two things we will not do. We will not blame Luke and Leia for that kiss. They did not know they were related at the time. That is one. And two,
but the people who made it knew.
Steve Rogers didn't know that was Peggy Carter.
He didn't know that he was.
Not at that time. He didn't.
He found out in Winter Soldier. Yes, he did.
Yep. No, he found out in Civil War. He did. Actually, he found out in Civil War, but that was before he kissed Sharon.
That was
okay. You're right. You're right.
And
that's a good point.
Here's the even weirder thing. You think Sharon Carter didn't know that her aunt was in love with Captain? They knew, and they were still just. I think it was more so Cap just like, damn, I don't have Peggy, and you're the closest thing. And I think in her mind, it was just like she had heard stories about this, this mythical figure since she was a little girl, and it's like she's looking at Captain America.
Yeah, I don't blame Sharon at all. But can you imagine?
Have you ever? Let me ask you this: have you ever been in the same room as Chris Evans? Because I have many times.
I can't throw that in our faces.
Hey, you know what? I can't. I can't blame anybody, the writers, the actors, or the characters. I would kiss them too, for God's sakes. I mean,
sure. I mean, I would kiss Henry Cavill, but I mean, I wouldn't want him to be in a situation where it's necessarily weird. But I mean, I don't know. I would just love to hear.
Maybe George Lucas had a hand in writing those scenes. Who knows? All right.
Can you imagine the conversations of like Steve Rogers going back in time, living with Peggy, and she's like, "Oh, my sister just gave birth. They named this little baby Sharon," and Steve's like,
"Yeah." So, you kind of need to talk about something here.
Like, picture if you're Sharon Carter and you're just like, man. When this is finally over, I'm going to tell Steve how I feel. And then, like, Bucky comes to you after everything's over. It's like, where's Steve? Oh, he went back in time to, be with your aunt. And it's just like, oh, that son of a bitch. But no, one thing I have noticed with the MCU, if you guys are noticing, Ironheart getting the mantle from Iron Man, Jane getting the mantle from Thor, and now Sam getting the mantle from Cap. So we will have our new big three very soon.
There's a big paradigm shift,
Right, it'll be drastically different. I still want the day that when we finally get the announcement that our 6th Avengers movie, because I'm skipping over the 5th one because it's too soon for what I'm talking about.
Mephisto's not in it.
Right. I'm never gonna live that down.
I'm still not rolling. Our
6th movie needs to be X-Men versus the Avengers, and you damn sure need to bring back Steve Rogers and Tony Stark.
Bro, Robert Downey Jr. is going to be like 70, all right? The characters in the comics don't age, but the actors in real life do.
Here's the thing, though. They even made a running joke about this. Robert Downey Jr. doesn't do anything. Once he's in that suit, it's a whole different person. So he legit is just doing Stark, like the Stark role. And
it's just facial shots, man. Just for men. That's all you need.
That's it.
I feel like the technology that the Marvel universe is developing cinematically to de-age people is the trial run, knowing that, hey, we want these guys to come in when they're 80, de-age these guys,
and
slowly come into a fight.
Your point, Clay, it's easier because you're just trying to make Stark look 40.
Right.
And he's only 50, around 45, 50. So it's not like you're trying to make him 13 or 26.
Right.
You're only trying to make him around the age of the last time we saw him. So, to me, it's like, it's very doable. But to me, I don't ever want Avengers fighting X-Men, and I don't have Iron Man and Captain America. I already had to get over the fact that I can't have my original Illuminati. And Tia knows I've been speaking about that since the day Tia met me. I've been talking the Marvel's Illuminati.
For years.
And I was
he's like, what do you mean we got Doctor Strange and we're going to introduce Reed Richards and I'm not going to have my Tony Stark?
And Tia, the worst thing about that is T'Challa was one of the members of the Illuminati.
All right, but that really can't be helped.
No.
Yeah.
I'm just saying my whole dream of that full team is just crumbled to where it's just like, I'm never going to get it. Like the Illuminati, like for anyone that doesn't know, what happened was it was Submariner, Iron Man, Reed, Charles Xavier, Doctor Strange, and Black Panther. They formed this secret society of people that they would come together and decide what was best for whatever was happening. And they were making a decision. It was actually those guys that made the decision to shoot Hulk off into space that leads to Planet Hulk. It was their decision.
The Avengers cabal, basically, is what you're... Yeah.
Exactly. So, and it was so dope. At one point, each one of them had the Infinity Stones. So each one of them had their own stone that they hid away for if they needed it someday. It was super dope. It was a great run that just will never happen. So that's in my little box with Mephisto now.
I can't wait for this, like at the end of the Winter Soldier, what Joanne is like upset about.
I'll still be upset. I still haven't seen Mephisto. I mean, come on, Tia. I stay on break.
He'll be upset in the Loki and the Doctor Strange 2. It's just
I haven't seen any Hellfire for like 9 months. I'm really pissed.
By the way, I'm letting you guys know this ahead of time. I rewatched that Loki trailer. There's a huge shot that they just didn't need to show of a devil in that glass that looks exactly like Mephisto. I'm already forward thinking of how much Mephisto diving I'm going into that.
I feel like the Loki show is going to be more important than people think. I feel like people think that the Loki show is just like a fan service to us. Like, here you go. Here's more Tom Hiddleston as Loki. But it's like, I feel like that's going to have more repercussions than people think that it's going to.
For sure. I think he might even be, I think the task that the time variant has given him is to fix maybe what Wanda's just broken. And I think that's what could lead into Doctor Strange too.
So let me ask you this. I told you I would send you like a case of aluminum foil for your hats. Have you gotten that yet? Or
I'm still waiting on it. The mail's tricky around here. I'm still
okay. Well, you are in New Jersey, so I get that.
Wow. Okay.
You're welcome, Tia. Happy birthday.
No, but guys, that has been our episode. We will be back next week with the full crew. Everyone has texted me like, "Yo, I couldn't make tonight, but save a spot for me next week. Like, I want to be there." So everyone will be back next week when we break down the first episode of The Falcon and The Winter Soldier. I can't wait. A lot
of those.
You know what's funny? It wasn't until we got an email from Disney about the show that I was just like, when the hell did you put the doves in there? And like, I'm looking back and I'm like, they've always been there. I've just ignored them. Like, my brain ignored them. It's just like, no, it's just Falcon.
Can I ask you guys a quick question, John? I know you're trying to wrap up here.
No.
But
can we turn his mic off?
I'll self-mute.
How do you guys feel about this show being only 6 episodes as opposed to the 9 episodes for WandaVision?
I love it. It means no fillers. You'll always have Jawan saying yes to that. No fillers. Because from what everyone's been saying, it starts off with action. That means it continues that pace going forward.
Yeah, as long as they're doing 40 to 50 minute episodes and stuff like that are just like right on point and progressing the entire time, 100% in.
Yeah, because that was my worry that we're gonna have like 20-minute episodes and like 6 episodes again. Because in WandaVision, like the first 5 or say 22 minutes, and it's like, all right, I don't need 6 episodes of that. That's going to be such like blue balls over here.
I'm glad. I'm glad it starts with action. I don't know if WandaVision in the beginning, I wasn't too hot on it. The first 3 episodes I wasn't too hot about it. I was like, it's kind of slow.
Yeah.
Okay, where we're going? Let's get it moving. So I need that. So I'm very excited for that.
Hit the ground running.
Yeah, I want them to get started. I understand why they did from WandaVision. Now I get it, but I can't do that again.
You subscribe more to the like that standard MCU footprint of like hit the ground running and go.
I need
Yeah, okay. Again, I come from the CW world. I don't need 21 episodes and 15 of them are fillers. So
yeah,
you should be used to it being a Dragon Ball Z fan. You should be used to the fillers.
No, used to it? No, I should be sick of it because of Dragon Ball.
As the old guy, what is Dragon Ball Z?
It's an anime where like each I want to respond to Patrick respectfully and say that
please don't
you not know? You're just fucking.
I know of. I've never seen an episode of Dragon Ball Z, but Jawan was basically comparing me to his dad earlier. So I'm sitting here going, hey guys, would you get off my lawn? And what's this weird spiky hair guy thingy?
Yeah,
just know that
I definitely think the same with our conversation today for sure.
Just know that the reason why anyone brings that up is because it's like, to me, I love the anime, but it's like every season's like, and next time on Dragon Ball Z, he's going to be powering up a little. 6 episodes later, he's still powering up.
Yeah.
Maybe this time he'll finally fight the bad guy. So it's
have
like,
you guys been watching the recent one?
Anyone unfamiliar, he is not exagerating. For anyone,
I'm not exaggerating. That's not an exaggeration.
All right, that's good. That's a hard pass.
It's not at all. I wouldn't even know where to tell someone to begin in Dragon Ball Z. They'd be like, Jawan, I'm 56 episodes in, and he's still not fought anyone. Yeah, sorry, you just got.
He just got stick. Maybe in 10 more episodes.
But what's the old cliche? It's not a marathon. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon.
It's not even that. It's a full-on walk. It's
a lifetime journey. Like when someone's like, "My whole life."
Dedication.
Dedication. Yeah. It took the patience of being a child for me to be able to do that. As an adult, I would have said, "Nah, I give up." First episode,
I watched Super. I did finish Super all the way through.
I didn't watch Super.
I finished.
I didn't watch it.
Super had a little bit of filler, but it kicked up. But anyway, guys, as I promised before, head over to gvnation.com. You guys will see that we have a merch store up and running, as you saw Tia's mug. We have shirts for the background that you see here, leading us into the Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
And what do you have on there, my friend?
I also have the GVN shirt from Michelle. Huge shouts out to Michelle.
I do have our mask, but it's in my pocketbook all the way over there. So.
But yes, we have masks, mugs, shirts, sweaters, all kinds of stuff. Make sure you guys head over there and you can use the code GVN15 at checkout for your 15% discount. Again, GVN15 for 15% off. Please make sure you guys go get your gear and load up with us, because we're going to have gear for Godzilla vs. King Kong. We're going to have gear for the Snyder Cut, gear for Invincible, gear for
What's the Snyder Cut?
It just says sorry across the t-shirt.
Best thing that's coming out this year. Oh, it's the best thing that's coming out this year.
That was great, Clay.
I don't need this.
Don't do that.
But do make sure
I hope you eat your words. I hope you love it.
I've given up on hoping that people love it, Trayvon.
Trayvon, by the way, that was the nicest insult I've ever heard in my life. You know what? Screw you. I hope you like it.
Yeah.
I love it.
I'll take
I want you to love it.
I hope you like it so much that it makes you rethink your entire existence.
Yeah.
I did say on the Kind of Nerdy Dudes this week that I will watch the Justice League in a different lens, having our conversation a few weeks ago, Juwan, that I will have like through your lens. I'll put my 4 hours in, however long that takes, because I'm not going to sit down at once and watch it but
you should.
I'll get through it.
I did 3 times. Don't do it.
10 hours later.
And you have 2 kids,
chapters,
so.
Right. I have tiny windows of time. I can't do 4 hours.
No, but I do appreciate that. Like I said, just go in with an open mind, and you'll be fine. You'll be completely fine. Here's the thing:
don't get your expectations too high.
As we're concluding the Marvel cinematic review,
let's go shit on DC now.
You do this to me all the time. You find ways to get me riled up about DC.
You're welcome.
But yes, guys, GVN 15% off of our merch. Please go out and support. It's great merch, and huge shout out to Dakota. Dakota is the one who designed all of these, all the looks. Make sure you guys give him a follow. DH Works on Twitter. I tag him in everything, so make sure you guys go follow him. And I want to thank Patches, Clay, Trayvon, and Tia for joining me for this kind of what to expect, kind of DC, kind of off the rails, kind of whatever you want to call it, episode that we had here tonight, and we can't wait. Go ahead.
And can I point out the Kind of Nerdy Girls won the trivia tonight, so you're welcome.
That's because I
representing
came in
the girls.
late. That's because I came in late. Just saying.
Happy birthday, sweetheart! But I was on fire.
I have no doubt.
But yes, huge shouts out to Kind of Nerdy Girls, Kind of Nerdy Dudes, Nerd with the Tech, Geek Vibes Nation, and everyone who could not be on this week but will be back next week. Can't wait to entertain you guys with all my insane theories, finding ways to seem smarter than Dom. I can't wait for
good luck,
guys. Yeah, I'm gonna have a talk with Dom. He can't seem smarter than me. I let him get WandaVision off. He will not get this show. But make sure you guys stay tuned for an all new episode next week, same time, same place. Till then.